welcome to Trade. Today we're just going to be seeing a live trade that we took, how we analyzed based on 1 minute time frame, like multi time frame. Morning we tried some scalping. There were some very good entries, but our stop loss hit, so we just stopped. The moment we made this one high and a lower high, right, a kind of structure pattern was done. I'll be showing you that something like ABCD. And throughout the day when we observed the OI, there was pretty good resistance on the upside. The only support was at 39,000. So we were kind of had a view that this 39,000 will break. If this is what is live recorded during the market time, right? So you can see in the PNL here that initially in the morning when we traded, we took a loss. So we are just waiting for a good entry. We took a small loss, a stop loss hit, so we stopped. Now I'm kind of expecting rejection to come along this trend line. That's the reason we were waiting. And obviously the screen recording is during the live market hours, what I did, and the recording is the post market. And kind of had a view that if the CPR breaks, we could get a dip. Finally we got the dip, but not as much as we expected. See, this is the kind of structure, that a corrective structure that was being formed. So I had a view that will form this kind of A, B, C, D, E, and that's how the corrective structures work. If they work in like that, A, B, C, D, E. So was expecting E, an up move, and then a down move. So this is what we were waiting for, and this is where I have my 1 minute time frame along with the 20 and the 50 EMA. The red line is the 20, 50 is the blue, black is 13, which I will switch it off in some time. And this is where I'm ready to buy 39,100 PE. I've just added and kept, because see, this could be a nice scalping entry, 39,000 PE, or we could also get a nice good positional trade which might last for almost like say 20-30 minutes or whatever, however long it runs. So I'm ready for both. I have a view we'll break that CPR today, that ABCDE should work. See, right now we are at about the trend line. That's why I've come to this 1 minute time frame, just to see if we get a rejection. When we get a red rejection here, I would take an entry. And since we formed that long wick, right, and a red wick on 1 minute time frame, would take an entry here, 39,100 PE. And these are the targets that I'll be keeping on the downside. The black trend line that I just drew, and there are other targets, extended targets, which I'll be showing. See, we perfectly rejected from there, from the top black trend line that I've drawn. And this is where I entered 39,100 PE. See, morning there was a very good entry for 39,300 PE, but our stop loss hit, so we just exited and was waiting for this complete structure to be formed, A, B, C, D, E, make a lower high, and then we'll enter. See, now the targets on the downside are obviously for a scalping target. We can take as the 20 MA can be a target if somebody is only into scalping. The other extended targets I'll be marking shortly. So this is the A, B, C, D, E kind of this corrective wave, and then a breakdown is what I'm expecting. So let's see if it happens or not. So this is my first target. If I was doing only scalping for the day, this would have been my target. If I'm ready to wait some more, then probably I'll keep an extended target. And obviously from the time I entered, it took almost an hour See, I've entered at 2 o'clock and I exited post 3. The actual move came after 3. Normally, I don't wait until 3, but today, since I was already in the trade and we were expecting this, that's when I decided to wait. We waited for almost an hour and our stop loss didn't hit. Our stop loss was pretty clear what was marked and shown. Here I'm just trying to adjust the screen so we can have a view of the PNL along with the chart. See, in this whatever stop loss is shown, right, that is my stop loss for sure. But targets, yes, I do have a little extended target. Sorry about that noise, somebody is kind of bursting crackers now. Sorry. The trade was going good. We never saw a huge loss or anything because our stop loss never hit, and this is something that we keep sharing in our Cosmofate group. See, this is one target that was hit, that was the low of the candle that I have marked, right, based on the Fibonacci retracement and the low of the green candle. That target is this. My next target is the blue lines that I have marked on the downside, 39,000 and 38,960 is the other targets. And I do have a view that it will break down and come. That's the reason I'm waiting. See, if it was any other day, I would prefer to scalp and come out with like small profits. But today, because the structure is beautifully formed, right, and a break of CPR, see, a lot of things are supporting. The chart pattern is supporting, the OI data is supporting. So that's the reason decided to wait. Now the blue line that I marked is where we can, this red line is where probably we can come to retest this level. So that's something that I've just marked and kept. See, if you see the time on the screen, it's about 2:15, but the actual move came at 3 o'clock. So if 3 o'clock also the move hadn't come, definitely I would have exited my trade. So this is the OI I was telling you, that there's resistance on the upside and there's not much put writing on the downside apart from 39,000. You can see the blue is calls, red is puts. In fact, the next support after 39,000 was only at 38,500, but we never got such a big dip. If the dip had extended, probably if it had come, the dip had come at like say 2:30. If there was time in the market, maybe it would have extended. But the breakdown happened at 3. See, we perfectly took support of the black trend line from the bottom and we are bouncing. This is the 1 minute chart. I toggle between the 1 minute chart and 3 minute and 15 minute, sometimes 5 minute. 1 minute actually gives us pretty refined entries. See, this video that I'm putting is just like an pre-video of the actual 1 minute scalping or scalping with 1 minute or taking entries based on 1 minute video that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Saturday, it's going to be coming out tomorrow by afternoon. So just have a check on that as well. 1 minute is actually a beautiful time frame. You get very nice entries. The way you can decide on a trade is pretty good on 1 minute time frame. As of now, the trade is still running. We are still within our whatever range that we have marked, the black trend line, and our stop loss. We are nowhere close to our stop loss, and the PNL is running. But one thing was, throughout the day, even though the market was kind of slipping, like making lower highs and coming down, the 39,000 puts were not exiting much. So that's one thing that was a little bit of worrisome. This is the 39,000 PE chart. See, throughout the day we had the price that was going up and the OI also was going up. So this indicates one thing, that See, this OI and the price action, right? We cannot take it like an 100% confirmation thing, but this was kind of like a long build up on the put side, meaning more than sellers, the buyers are coming in at right now. That's the reason the price is also going up throughout the day when you consider the entire day's range, and even the OI, the open interest at the bottom, you can see was going up. And in this, I've taken 31,100 P, but 39,000 is where the actual put writing is, right? So that's why I was just monitoring this, and this is the targets that can, if the breakdown happens, these will be the targets on the upside for 39,000 PE. One is 346. The next target can be near that price action there on top. And in fact, in the end, even those targets did hit for 39,000 PE. So it's always good to stay in the money than be out of the money in this type of sideways market. See, right now I've drawn the structure, right? So I don't know whether it's going to break. It might be it might just remain in this ABCD or within this trend line throughout the day, right? So in such cases, it's always better to stay in the money, like 39,100 or 39,200, instead of going out of the money. Now, say if somebody is, I am a trader who looks for the reversal. I try to enter at the reversal point, right? If somebody is a trader who enters after the breakout or a breakdown, then you can choose at the money because the breakdown has happened and the momentum will continue. But here we are trading at the reversal point, so that's the reason we go in the money. And this is exactly at 3 o'clock. If you see the time now, it was exactly at 3 o'clock where on the 5 minute we kind of got this small green candle, and from 3 o'clock candle we started dipping, and basically all our targets hit. Once this black trend line broke and we came below CPR, that's when I was pretty confident that all our targets will get hit today. I did expect an extended target until this previous day low, but we just missed, and we exited at the perfect spot. I'll be telling you why I exited as well. If we didn't exit right, immediately there was a bounce. I was expecting a bounce to retest that trend line, the black trend line on the downside, what we have drawn. See, these were the extended targets that we had, and all those targets hit. This is the 5 minute chart, and you can see the PNL there, how it bounced from throughout the time. We were at about plus 4, 5, 6, and it just jumped to 30s. The lot size I've taken is 10 to 50 quantity, and that's one advantage on Fridays. The premium jumps rapidly, like 100, 150 points when the move comes. See, and this is our put 39,000, where the target that I had marked on the upper side, even that got hit. You can see some OI shading now. See, exactly from this level where 38,840 on the 1 minute chart where we marked, we started getting a bounce. So this is where you need to be careful. See, if you can see the first 5 minutes after 3 o'clock, right, still 2.5 minutes is left. When a breakdown like this comes on a 5 minute time frame, okay, and the next follow-up candle does not continue on the 5 minute chart, right, we will have to immediately exit the trade because there can be a quick reversal. So this was our targets on the downside. See, this is why I waited. Even though earlier we saw 13,000 profit, I waited because today I was expecting an extended move if this ABCDEE breaks, and the breakdown came. Now I'll show you where I exited. Obviously I exited on my phone because I'm very comfortable with entering and exiting on my phone. And for the video I've opened my portal and put it in the side here, the trading terminal. See, RSI below 50 on 5 minute and 15 minute, and perfectly this 39,000 PE, right, the target that I marked on top perfectly hit. And the reason for marking is the moment the target hits, you can exit, or you can keep a limit order to exit at your target level, right? So the moment it hits, it exits, and that's a good trade. So this is a perfect trade that we had. I knew, see, that's how. And see, in tomorrow's video I'm going to explain in 1 minute how you can mark those type of trend lines perfectly. So the moment the target hits, you can exit. See, if it was any other time, right? Now it is like almost 3:05. If it was like, say, if this breakdown had come at 2:30, maybe I'd have waited a little more, but it was already 3 o'clock. I don't trade usually after 3, but today the move came, so just stayed in the trade and it was perfectly done. Now you see the next 5-minute candle is going to come. I'm just going to go to the 5-minute time frame. This is a 5-minute time frame. You see a wick that is being formed right now. So when the next 5-minute candle comes, right, and when you are at a crucial point like this, the market is going to close 3 o'clock, you got a breakdown, somehow we made some money. If the next 5-minute candle does not break the previous 5-minute candle low, then we will have to exit immediately. These are some of the targets that are marking on the downside in case we break the current blue line that is there near the price action. See the next 5-minute candle open. This is what I was saying. It needs, for the momentum to continue, it needs to break this previous candle low, but the low never broke. And if for almost half of the time it didn't break, right? So there was a good potential that we might reverse. And even if you see on this 1-minute time frame, the price action, how we were not seeing any, there were more bullish candles coming, and the same thing even on 5-minute, it was not breaking the previous candle low. So in such cases, yeah, if you have captured that initial momentum and the second 5-minute candle is not giving us the momentum on the downside, we can just exit because there will be a quick reversal on the upside, and that's what happened, and that is why even we exited, not expecting that it will shoot up so much. Actually, after we exited, it shot back. We were at, see, the premium, our premium jumped more than 100 points. If I hadn't exited because of this, right, our premium would have gone down minus 100. Would have been in like 25,000 loss because of 10 lots. And this is where I close the trade on my phone, because if you see the chart, the 5-minute, see, it's not breaking the previous low, it is going up. So in option buying, when you're doing this type of scalping, right, see, it can even go up and come down, but it's 3 o'clock. How much more time you want to wait? I already waited the entire day, and last 5 minutes is what I was able to capture. So just book your profits and be done for the day. That's what we did. See, in the morning we tried trading a stop loss hit, we stopped. We wanted the entire structure to form that A, B, C, D, E, and see if this the CPR level breaks down. Unfortunately, it came at 3 o'clock. If it had come sooner, probably the dip would have extended. And see what happened, perfectly we bounced. Now see, I'm going to be explaining about trading and analyzing in 1-minute time frame in tomorrow's video. Just wanted to show how I do it on the live market today. So tomorrow there'll be a video, you can watch that. So this is where I've closed the trade and see the kind of bounce that came, and this is how even the 1-minute time frame helps us a lot in this type of scalping entries, right? So we can exit at the right place. See, we could have got a fall much bigger than what happened, like where I squared off, right? But that nobody can do anything. So always be, as a trader, we need to be a little conservative, meaning exit as soon as you see some good profits, not wait for big profit. There are days where easily you get, like last Thursday, expiry day, it was a pretty easy big profit day, right? So there are days where those days will come, but there are days where we need to be very conservative like this, like exit on time. So this is what we did today. So stay tuned for the video tomorrow. It's going to be in-depth video on just 1-minute scalping, and that should help somebody. Thank you.